Hey guys, welcome back to another Leetcode video. Today we're going to be looking at Leetcode 1876, substrings of size 3 with distinct characters. This is an easy difficulty Leetcode problem, and in the problem description, we're told that a string is good if there are no repeated characters, and given a string called S, we want to return the number of good substrings of length 3 in S. So we want to return the number of good substrings, and a good substring is a substring of length 3 which has no duplicates. And we're told that there are multiple occurrences of the same substring, and every occurrence should be counted. And again, we're told that a substring is a contiguous sequence of characters in a string. And so here's an example where S is equal to this string, and the output is 1. But there are 4 substrings of size 3. However, they all have, or at least 3 of them have duplicates in. Only one substring has no duplicates, x, y, and z. And so we return length, an output of 1, because there's only one good substring of length 3 which does not have any duplicates. And we got another example here as well. And we're also given some constraints. So let's hop straight into the code. What kind of problem does this look like? Well, it looks like a sliding window problem. We want to have a fixed window of size 3, and we want to go through our string basically, and say in our window, for each iteration that we go through the characters of the string, let's check if in that window there are any duplicates. If there are no duplicates, then we can increment our result counter by 1, then move on to the next iteration basically, and we'll keep doing this until we get to the end of our string. So let's hop straight into the code. The first thing I want to do is actually store the length of the string as a variable n, and we want to say if n is less than 3, well then we can't find any substrings which have a size of 3, so we're just going to return 0. Otherwise, what we want to say is let's have a result set to 0, which we're going to return, and we're going to say for I in range, and we're going to start off from 3 actually. Instead of starting from 0, we want to start off from 3 up to n plus 1, n plus 1 being the end of our list. And the reason we're starting from 3 is because we want to skip the first 3 characters so that we have a fixed window size of 3 basically. Then we want to create a scene set. So we want to create a set called scene, and this is going to store for this window all the characters. And remember, a set can only have, you can't have any duplicates. So this is amazing. So we can check the size of the set after we've finished adding all the characters in the window to the set, and if it's equal to 3, well then we know we've found a good substring, otherwise we know we haven't. So we're going to say for j in range, and the range is going to be I minus 3, so we're going to start from the beginning of the window all the way up to I, which is our window right now. And we basically want to say let's add to our scene set the current character that we are at. Now we want to compare the size of our scene set, so we want to say if length of our scene set is equal to 3, length of scene is equal to 3, result plus equals 1. So we want to increment our result counter by 1. Otherwise, actually, there is no otherwise we'll just skip and go on to the next occurrence, next iteration. And then we want to return result. So let's test our code, let's check it passes the sample test cases, and it does. Let's submit our code, make sure it passes all test cases for this problem. And it does, guys. So that's the solution. Let's analyze the time and space complexity. The time complexity is going to be big O of n. The space complexity is going to be big O of 1. So space complexity, we only have an auxiliary, counter, and obviously the length of the string. Time complexity is just a single linear pass, so that's not overbearing when it comes to time. So we have an O of n, time complexity, and a big O of 1, space complexity. that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.